The Dodgers just robbed the MLB, and they're not even getting in trouble for it. But they know how to make good deals. They know how to find the diamonds in the rough. And this time, I'm telling you right now, the deal that the Dodgers made, this one, my friends, is very big. And congratulations to the Dodgers pulling this one off. All right. Dodgers acquire old friend Brock Stewart from the Twins. Per reports, look, the dude's 33 years old, 2 years left of eligibility. That's awesome right there because you don't want more than that at 33 years old. But the dude's been pitching well. But I mean, you really got to look at it this way, though. The dude knows the clubhouse. And the clubhouse culture becomes so important when you put another addition into that clubhouse. You know the Dodgers pick their clubhouse or guys for their clubhouse that they know may not have the biggest egos, have an ego, but are willing to work as a team. The Dodgers have always been known to do that, right? And now on this situation, here's a guy who's been on the team, knows the culture, knows the players, and let's look at the numbers. What's going on? Stewart was drafted. He was drafted by the Dodgers. That was back in 2014. He pitched parts of 4 seasons for him, a mix of starting, the relief as well, getting claimed off waivers by the Jays at the 2019 trade deadline, right about the COVID time right there. Before the current limit of 5 options per season was implemented on the current collective bargaining agreement, Stewart was an example of a player who rode the up and down between the majors and the minors. But the dude's a cagey veteran now, man. Optioned 17 times in roughly 24-month stretch with the Dodgers from 2016 to 2018. But he has learned. The man has learned. You cannot discredit how much he has learned being in the major league as long as he's been in the major league. You don't get to where he is and still be in it if you don't know how to win it. And he's a guy who's been pitching well. So whatever you say about him, and I know people are going to say, Brad, but he's got option down and he's been all this line and he's been up and down. He's never been consistent. But right now, he's consistent. And the Dodgers are getting him for one heck of a deal. One heck of a deal, right? Here's the deal. After Tommy John surgery, he had it back in, what was that, 2021, wiped out 2 seasons. So look, that already takes the stress off the arm right there, taking 2 seasons off. He thrived the last 3 seasons with the Twins, and check the ERA. Numbers don't lie. 2.33, that's the ERA. He did it in 83 games since the start of the 2023. 100 strikeouts, 25 unintentional walks in 77 in the third innings, and he was interrupted by stints on the injured list with elbow soreness and right shoulder strain from the previous 2 seasons and missed the first 3 weeks this year with the left hamstring strain. So good news is he hasn't had to pitch the whole season. He's kind of come in. He's had time to rehab. He's had time to feel better. The season for the Twins, 33-year-old Stewart has 238. That's what we're talking about. 39 games, 41 strikeouts. That's a 22.7% rate. That's pretty good. And 9 unintentional walks in 34 innings. I like those numbers. I'd like to see the strikeouts a little more in 34 innings than 41, maybe like 50 or 60. That'd be awesome. But come on, man. Beggars can't be choosers. We need help. The bullpen needs help. Like, you just going to stand there and not come up with any ideas? No, seriously. What the Dodgers bullpen ranked 24th on the list. 24th in all of Major League Baseball. What is the ERA? Something like high 4s, like 4.7 or 4.8 or something like that for the bullpen. That's a problemo right there. That's something that the Dodgers need to figure out on that. So what do? You add a bullpen piece, and that's exactly what the Dodgers did. They added a bullpen piece, all right? So epic move, robbing the MLB. The price, come on, 280? 280. A brand new Hummer costs more than that, right? You're getting a good deal at 280, man. I'd take that all day long, right? Dodgers also pick up 3 before the trade deadline. That is official like a referee's whistle. Here's the deal. 3 teams involved, but the Dodgers end up, and I know you're saying, like, who are these dudes? Who did the Dodgers get? Right-hand pitcher Paul Gervais, not related to the comedian whatsoever. Also, third catcher, Ben Rortvedt, a career OPS of .54, so that's not going to be seeing him up in the major leagues anytime soon. But here's the deal. Look, left-hand pitcher, we'll take that. Siranowski, I'll take that. Okay, you may be saying, look, he's only in high A. It's a 484, but he's a young dude, and he's a left-handed pitcher. You cannot tell me left-handed pitchers aren't necessary. And for Hunter Fiducia, he needed to go somewhere else anyways, so the dude can play. 858 OPS. Someone's going to start. He's going to play out there. Where did he go? Tampa? Is that where he's at? He's going to play. He's going to be a starting player. And there was no way that he was going to be a starting player with the Dodgers because of the Will Smith contract and the Dalton Rushing as the backup. He's the third man out. So I could see why you want to give that guy a chance. And he's a trade block. Now, I don't know what the Dodgers plan to do with the other three guys, but maybe that's your base. I mean, he's relatively young in this situation. So let's see what he can do. And you see, maybe you find the diamond in the rough. You just don't know until you pull the trigger. And then the Dodgers probably aren't done yet, all right? So far, I like it. All right, the Brock Stewart one's probably my favorite trade right there, no matter what, just because the $280,000 owed, and he's been pitching well, and he's a veteran, and he knows the clubhouse. You could say anything you want towards that and say, oh, well, Brad, it's not that. Like, it is. Clubhouse culture for the Dodgers is everything. They don't let, you don't just get a bunch of Mannies out there. You got to pick it correctly. And the Dodgers will always put time into picking the clubhouse correctly. So, to me, I think that is an insane trade. And then you have to look at the Dodgers picking up the 3. Okay, not sure the plan there, but you never know. All right, you just don't. All right, let's talk about the bullpen action. We've been talking a lot about it. Well, here's your bullpen for yesterday. I happened to be in Cincinnati for the game, went to the stadium last night, and I'll tell you, Shohei just did not look comfortable. There was a point on the mound where he was just kind of shaking a little bit or something. I guess it's because he had a cramp, I guess was the situation. So, dodging a bullet there, he got pulled out of the game. It was a big surprise. Bonda came in, in the 4th inning to pitch in that game. So that was a big surprise that it went down like that. But glad that he is okay. Once we saw that he was still able to get up there and hit in the DH role, even after getting pulled from pitching, that made Dodger fans breathe a sigh of relief for sure. But, Bonda went 1 inning, solid, had 2 strikeouts. Then Emmett Sheehan, great to be able to count on that guy. Three innings, and he was doing good. I'd like to see him get out after that 3 innings, but, there he goes, 3 walks. That really hurt him right there. I did have 5 strikeouts in the 3 innings, so some solid control. And then trying to not with giving up 2 hits, Blake, and then not having a good outing this first outing back, and then not the best outing his second back. But the Dodgers, could only muster 2 runs, and they couldn't hold back the 5 from the Reds. So that pretty much wraps it up right there. Brad J. with you. It's fun. Always bringing you Dodger Digest. Going at that 8,000 mark. Thanks for all your help. Keep the subscriptions going. Turn on the likes and the notifications as well. And as you go through the day, always remember to think Dodger Blue, and let's go Dodgers.